What's up, guys? This is James, and I had something that recently, well, it didn't happen to me, but it was just something that was rather interesting because I really did not expect it from this person, and I thought it sort of took me for a loop when they said it. So, but anyway, I wanted to get your opinion on it. All right. Check this out. Okay. All right. So I had contacted one of the people that work up under me, and I was going to have them to do something and to go and pick something up and drop it off and so forth and so forth. And so I text her to check her availability and check her location to see if she can go ahead and take care of this for me. So, and here's the thing though, and this is what's blowing me away, that I'm really surprised, because this person, they really come across as a very firm and solid believer, and just for me, it just threw me off to know that to find this out regarding their practice. So anyway, we text each other, and I asked her, could you do this around about 1 o'clock this afternoon, so forth and so forth. And then she hits me back and she says, well, yeah, I will be able to, but let me finish up with my yoga class, and I will get back to you. Okay, so when I read that text, I was sort of surprised. I was really surprised that this person, because here's the deal, this person, they really come across as a solid, firm believer in the Lord, and I was really taken aback by learning that this person practices yoga, and I didn't know how to respond to it, because I was starting to text her and ask her, like, why are you in a yoga class? What's the problem? So anyway, so then I was like, okay, well, I will talk to you later. So now my thing is, every time I see her in person, we were on the shoot, I'm looking at her, like sideways, like, okay, you ain't sold out for Christ. I mean, what's really going on? But, I'm trying to figure out what's the best way to address this with this person, or maybe just ask him about it. What do they do in the class? Because I've never been to a yoga class. I will not go to a yoga class. I refuse to go to a yoga class. My stance on it is that believers do not need to be in a yoga class. You are practicing an Eastern religion, and a form of Eastern religion that extends from Hinduism. And so I'm really trying to understand how a professing believer can place themselves under something that is so really spiritually rooted in spirituality, that how can they really open themselves up to that? I really don't get it. I can't do it, and I won't do it. Because now, from the things I read with regards to yoga, even the positions themselves that you place yourself in have a meaning. And the meaning, or even the body movements, also is a way of releasing certain energies or taking in certain energies and things of that nature. And I could be wrong, so if anybody knows a little bit more about it than me, go ahead and let me know. Put it in the comments below. But to open your body, or you move your body, or bend your body and put yourself in certain positions that open yourself up to this quote-unquote spiritual connection, because you don't know what you're connecting to. Because if you're not connected to the Holy Spirit, then you know what? You can be connected to some demon, and don't even know why this and that and what is going on in your life. But yet you sitting up in a yoga class, and you don't even know what that person who teaches the yoga class, what they're practicing. And here they are. They may not even be a professing believer, and they themselves can be transferring spirits to you, because they could be the ones that are channeling demonic spirits in that classroom, while you up there thinking that you're doing this and doing something that's completely innocuous and has no harm or any spiritual harm to you, but yet you have opened up your spirit, because a part of doing yoga is to open your spirit and to get into your chakra or something like that, or to reach your chakra. And I could be wrong because I don't know everything about it. And I'm sure I can Google it and read and all that kind of stuff. But I know enough to know that as a believer, I don't need to be practicing yoga. And I don't understand. And oh yeah. And another one of the guys that work up under me, same thing. Professing believer, all up in the choir and all of that, lead stuff at his church, practices yoga. I said, glory be to God. When I found that out, I asked him, I was like, dude, really? You practice yoga? And check this out. At the time, there was a person who was a Jehovah's Witness who, when we were talking about this, even she twisted her face about it saying, you practice yoga? Now, so if a Jehovah's Witness who is already off key anyway, they're already off anyway. Now, if they can realize the spirituality and the demonic behind practicing of yoga, how is it that a professing believer, you all up in the church, and yet you don't see anything wrong with yoga? You don't see that you have opened yourself up to demonic influence in your life. So anyway, so I'm trying to figure out, do I say something to this this girl on my staff? Do I mention anything? I mean, she's cool. We're really cool and everything, but I don't want her to think that I'm just trying to be, I'm trying to be cool. But at the same time, as from one believer to the next, I wouldn't want to see anybody walking in bondage, and they don't know that they're in bondage. So I'm trying to figure out, what can well, maybe I'll find a YouTube video or an article or something that supports my case. Because that really that threw me off. To learn that she did, and then to learn that the other dude did as well. I'm like, y'all, come on. Give me a break. I can't believe that you guys are... I'm going to turn off this this GPS because it's getting on my nerves. That lady is talking in the background, and I'm trying to do all this driving and talking with you guys and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I thought I'd hit it, but I guess I didn't turn it off. So yeah, so anyway, that's my thing. That's what's going on. And again, I don't believe in yoga. I don't believe Christians should be practicing yoga. It is too deeply rooted in the spirituality of Hinduism. And how in the world can you say that you are not practicing or being a partaker of the spiritual side of it, and you're just practicing the movements when the movements themselves have a form of being able to connect spiritually or to release energies and or intake energies and all that kind of thing. So anyway, all right, tell me what you think about that. And should I say something to the young lady, or just let it be? Because again, some believers, you say something to them, they're gonna go off, they're gonna act crazy, they're gonna try to show off on you, pull your card and all that kind of thing. So I don't want to be that kind of person. Anyway, this is James from Lion Free Project. Jesus Christ is Lord. Peace.